What's going on? We have to do a take 2.
A take like fucking 3 at this. Take
Dog,
like a million at this
Take
point.
a million. We missed the fight. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Oliveira, suck my dick. It's all good. New on the podium, we got Dean the Mechanic, man. You know, he's missing some teeth. He's got some.
Well, let's not give it away entirely.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's just
appear.
go. Let's go. Boom! Look at that
Oh.
sexy bitch. That's right. See that gap? That shit happened in the 80s, bro. And then
back
you
at
got
it
your
again. It's the usual.
you got
regulars.
the usual crew, and we got that designed music. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the
We're licensed to use that.
we
shit
got-
now. Well,
yeah.
not licensed, but like the guy let us use it, which is
yeah. The
pretty
guy
cool.
definitely let us use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, what's going on?
I mean, to get this shit working, man, took us all fucking night.
Fucking nightmare.
And then
Dean McGowan, what do you think, bro?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think the fight was good. Short, good.
Short and good,
short
man.
and good, just like this podcast session will
Just
be.
just like everything about Dean's description in a
Short
police
but
file. Short but good boy.
What was that shit you said? A fucking 60-second man, dangerous in 60 seconds.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
dangerous 60
he's
seconds of your life.
ah. So McGowan, man, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What's your stature like? What do you weigh right now? 215,
I'm about 215, yeah.
215, 5'4",
5'2".
5'2". Fucking solid, man. What'd you think about the fights?
Thought the fights are awesome. Awesome. Short.
Yeah.
Not that long lived, but I seen it going like that. I honestly thought that Chandler might have pulled it off, but too much for him. It was just too much. Oliveira had too much going.
Too much going on.
Well, like that first round too, right? Like, I don't want to say it was back and forth, but it was basically Oliveira had Chandler worried because Chandler started throwing those fucking big ass haymakers at the beginning. Oliveira's like, "Fuck all of that. I don't want to touch any of that shit." Took him down, had him on his back at one point, but then Chandler fucking turned it around and then just started smashing him on top position.
Yeah.
And you're like, at the end of that fight, you're like, that's 100%. Like you were like, yo, that's definitely Chandler's round.
Yeah.
And then what the fuck happened in the second round, man? That shit was fucking nuts.
Yo, Dean McGowan, tell me what you think, bro.
Well, same thing. I thought that Chandler came out strong. He had Oliveira fucking hurting, and it almost was over. I figured fight was done, and he's just a trooper. He scrambled out, and he managed to turn it completely around. And it was just a matter of attrition. Who's catching who.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think Chandler, I could tell after the first round when he didn't get him that he was like huffing and puffing in the
He
corner.
was hurt.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Those wrestler guys.
All those short,
all
juicy
those
wrestlers.
juicy wrestlers.
Always, man.
No
always.
way. No way. They only have like just like you, man. They only have they're
Just
minute
like him. What
Peters,
about
bro.
you, motherfucker?
They're minute Peters. Listen, I'm okay in the mid second round, but once it hits the third round,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I'm out. But you got to be my weight category. If I'm going against a guy who's 260,
Yeah.
and I'm fucking 205, I'm telling you, I'm lasting at best 45 seconds.
Yeah, I
at
believe
best
that.
45
Yeah,
seconds.
I believe that.
I've tapped out to nothing before, just because I've been so cardio deprived.
You're like, fuck it.
Right when I came out of prison, I joined this gym. It's called Lions MMA.
I know Alliance.
And,
It's a big one.
It's a nice gym,
Yeah.
man. There's a guy named Amir. Shout out to Amir, holding it down for the Persian crew. This guy's solid.
Bro, there's a lot of Persians in the MMA community here.
Bro,
There's a lot.
tons. Yeah, so I went in there, and there was this guy. He was about 6'4". I want to say he's about 240, 250.
All right.
And I had a little bit of knowledge before that, but not much. Like I had, some defense, you
Sure.
know, some regular grappling going on, and then I went against this guy, and he was a top level brown belt.
Yeah, yeah.
I literally we were going back and forth for about 40 seconds, and the last 5 seconds I remember it was like greening out. That 5 seconds took like 10 minutes. Took fucking 10 minutes.
Jesus.
I literally started tapping out as he mounted me. Just like tap. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't have you on a fucking choke, because I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
It's over. It's over.
Good.
We're done.
Yeah. So another thing about the sexy beast, man. This guy came. He said he's gonna come. He's not having the best week, but you know what, man? I have high hopes for this motherfucker.
All week's good, bro. We're good.
Bro, this guy he's got a like a 45-inch waist, but he can do a high kick to a 6-foot guy.
Believe that, man.
That's impressive.
I mean, you got a background in karate, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell us about that, man. What age did you start?
I started
yeah.
to work out training at 11. I ranked as a showdown ho at the age of 16, first in Alberta.
Okay.
To be ranked,
Is that where,
black
is that where you're from,
belt.
Alberta?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Edmonton.
Fucking hell. Oh, okay. Like actual Edmonton?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think first time we met, he told me you're the first Middle Eastern guy I ever met because he was in Alberta for so long.
I believe that.
He
Yeah.
never met any Middle Eastern guys. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come across my people. He just came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, you smell like gunpowder." I'm like, "Yeah." I've been living with
Yeah,
it.
but you got all your fingers, so I don't know. I just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Bombs.
That's right. So what do you guys think is how? Okay, hold on. First question.
What?
How long do you think Oliveira is gonna keep this?
I think I said regardless of whether it's Oliveira or Chandler, months. It's not gonna be years. It's months. Yeah. Because next fight has to be Poirier.
Yeah, and it's going to be a top.
Or
you got,
Gaethje.
you got so many guys at that top level, at the elite level,
Especially in
in their
lightweight,
weight
man.
division, that it could go anywhere. You got Connor too. I mean, you know what I mean. You got all these guys that are.
Yeah,
they're in.
I don't know
I mean,
about
I don't
Conor.
think Connor's
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
come
know
back
about Conor.
anymore. But that being said, anything can go anyway.
At
Do you,
that,
do
what-
you
what-
think? Do you think? Sorry. Do you
No,
think Connor isn't gonna come back because of the money, or is it because he as like?
Well, it's not the money. He's got the money now. So
No,
what it
but
is,
what
you
I'm saying is he's not dedicated as much because of the money.
100%, 100%. And anybody that can't see that is blind. It's that simple. It doesn't mean he don't love the game. He could have went in history as this bad motherfucker
Yeah.
that just wiped everything he put his left hand
Yeah.
on. But what happened was he made all this money, built it really big, he did wonders for the whole MMA world
Yeah.
with what he brought to it. But now he don't work as hard. He's working on other things. He's
Yeah.
doing other things. He's enjoying his money.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
So, but he still loves the game.
Yeah.
So he's got to fight every once in a while. He's never had the best cardio. His cardio is not going to get any
No, his
better.
cardio was
Yeah,
trash.
it's true. Yeah, it's
It
never
was
been
always
a, never,
trash.
never
So
a strong
he's
point.
one of these guys who's got to catch you with that left hand.
Yeah.
And if he don't do that, then like you said, when you're by round two, halfway through round two,
Yeah.
Huffing
Yeah.
and puffing.
he's done.
Barely make it through.
You guys think Khabib's ever gonna come back or no?
I doubt that. But I think I will say that at the 155 division, you're out that weight class where anybody's got a puncher's chance.
No. This is what I'm saying.
At the lower ones, you can't say that.
Oh, I disagree. I don't think that they have knockout power at like maybe 135 like Cody Garbrandt has, but dude, he does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. But what I'm saying is, at a lower level, I think it's way tougher to be champion because any of those guys, like Mighty Mouse. Remember
Yeah.
Mighty Mouse?
Yeah.
You know how well-rounded Mighty Mouse
No, I
is
know.
compared to all these other guys? Like if Mighty Mouse was 6'4", we wouldn't even know John Jones' name.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. This guy was you got to be a black belt at everything, or you got to be a specialist like fucking Khabib. Everything Khabib does is like fucking mint, no mistakes,
The only
never lost
fight-
a round.
The only fight Khabib wanted that he never got was GSP, and he wanted it because GSP.
I think he wanted
was-
Tony too.
Ferguson too.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're 100%. He
Ferguson.
did, but
Everyone wanted that. Fuck, man. I wanted that for like
for
5
what? Though?
years.
When you're looking at it now, from where Fergie wanted to get in on
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
it would have been just a waste of Khabib's time because he wouldn't have had a prayer.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
I think Ferguson at his prime would have given Khabib more than anybody else. I think because he was actually for what Khabib knows as far as like ground submission. Ferguson can capitalize on punches gonna
Yeah,
come
but
in
it's-
because Khabib is not he's a top guy. He's never off his back. That's one. Khabib's never been off his back ever. Like you think Oliveira's
he's had no reason to.
no, but
Yeah.
you think Oliveira, but you will get a reason to.
No, well, like as of now, Khabib
If he
has-
goes up in weight,
Khabib-
then yeah.
Khabib has never had a reason to
No,
be on
that's
his back.
true. That's true.
That's a problem.
But
So,
that's
like,
because nobody has ever taken him down.
But that's what I'm. That's the
Khabib has-
reason.
At best, he's lost one round
To who?
in
T-Bow.
in
Do you think so?
29 fights.
T-Bow. Yeah. How's it?
One round.
Yeah.
He's controlled everything he's went in to do. Them Kazakhstan boys is a different thing, man. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, respect.
And straight up. And the only
Those guys
fight,
fuck bears and shit, man. They don't fuck around.
and even GSP, even GSP in his prime.
Dude, GSP's a fucking twink. Listen, have you seen GSP fucking new haircut?
Let him grow out his hair, bro.
Bro, how? Like, bro, listen. There's metrosexual, all right? Like today I
Sure.
went and I got my eyebrows done, all right?
Yeah,
like
but
a
you've had that- you've
professional.
been doing that for
You
like
know
10
what I'm
years.
saying? More. But what I'm saying is, like, how manly was GSP for a long time? You would never look at him and doubt his fucking sexuality.
Sure.
But at this point, with the fucking highlights and shit, he lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, but he's doing a whole different gig. He's doing
He's
this
in
whole
fucking
Hollywood
Hollywood.
thing now.
Yeah,
He's
man.
doing
He's a
this fucking
fucking
Hollywood
actor.
gig now.
I'm not hating on that. All I'm saying is, does he suck dick on a Wednesday? Maybe.
You'd let him suck
Maybe.
your dick on a Wednesday.
Are you telling me you wouldn't?
Not on a Wednesday.
Are you telling me you wouldn't? I've
on a
seen some
Wednesday.
pictures from when you sent me from like your ex-girlfriends and shit, and some of them look way worse than fucking
GSP at his
GSP
prime?
with his hair grown out. GSP with hair down? Okay, maybe not. But GSP with his hair up? Dude, that's like 90% of Surrey. Okay? Okay? Okay, so don't fuck around. Next question. When do we think we're gonna come out of this corona?
What is okay?
When
What
are
is
they gonna come out of
what
it?
is coming
No, no.
out? and
Coming
then
out is
what
like this.
And then what is?
I saw something. Bonnie Henry said some dumb shit because this bitch always says some stupid shit. She said, when people are 75% vaccinated, so total population, yo, you dumb bitch. What if 50% of the population is like, fuck you, I don't want to get a vaccine? Then what? We're gonna have to stay in fucking.
Well, and that's there's a reason people are saying that is because you get people out there. I forget the fucking guy's name now, but there's a guy. He's like the top vaccinator in the world. He's Mr. Everything for
He's
vaccine.
Mr. Vaccinator.
And he says straight up,
That's his title.
why? Why take the vaccine? He says, this kind of a virus morphs every 10 hours. He says, so you're going to get a vaccine for this, and 10 hours from now, that vaccine's no good because it's turned into something else.
See, but this is what I heard. The bottom line is that it helps older people somewhat if they stay inside and they limit their like facing to people. It helps them to a certain amount. Now, does it help a guy like me, mid-20s, 30s, 35, guy that works out
Well, I'm telling you
constantly,
right now, I
guy
had
that's on TRT? You're never gonna have a problem. That's the reason Rogan got in trouble, right? You guys know about this, right?
Listen, first of all, Rogan's an idiot to this.
No,
shit,
but
whatever.
but this is what I'm saying is that Rogan might be an idiot. I'm not telling you that he's a genius because he made some money. What I'm saying is that he might be right because this is what he said. He said that a guy like me in my 50s, I'm healthy, my blood pressure's fine, I don't have asthma, I'm not fat, I don't have any fucking problems with my body. I might not fucking need it. But some guy my age will probably fucking need it. Some guy who's 25 years old might be so obese and have so many fucking complications that he might need it. But he's like, this might not be for everybody. It might not even.
You're also realizing something fundamentally. You're missing something fundamentally important here. Is that all those things that you just mentioned, the things that you can control, might be in your favor. But if there's a component to this thing that is genetic, you have no fucking idea what that is. There's no way you can control that because it's in your
but
genetics.
we're talking about what ifs now.
Well,
That's
I'm
like,
gonna-
No, it's not even what ifs. It's straight up like imagine you have 10 guys who get the disease. 8 of them are healthy. You're like, how the fuck do these healthy guys get it and why are they like fucked? It can't be the things that they're controlling. It can't be their diet, can't be their exercise, can't be their state of mind or their state of health because that's all good.
well, having
So
bad
at
health
that
might
point-
be genetic as well.
No. I'm saying of all these guys that got fucked,
Yeah.
they're in good health.
Yeah.
They're taking care of themselves. They're in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're still getting fucked, then it has to be something else that's getting them.
I don't
Listen.
know. I think that there's so many different versions of this flu because I had it.
Yeah,
And
he did have it.
And because I had some extra medical things,
Yeah, you
they
weak
made me
bitch.
take they made me take an extra fucking week off.
Yeah.
Right, to be sequestered.
Yeah, I remember.
And you know what? It was nothing. It was a vacation. The only thing I couldn't do is I couldn't smell stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't taste stuff for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Did you start licking puss left and right?
Well, and up and down.
Yeah, up and down, left
Yeah,
and
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Sure.
well,
360 swivel mode, baby. I personally think we're still gonna be locked up till 2023. I think early 2023 is when they're gonna start opening things up, and I think there's gonna. You guys see all these fucking. I have some inside scoop on these. I've already told you about this.
Oh,
these
what?
shootings and stuff, and why they happen and stuff. Like the inside source of why it happens. But outside that shit's gonna increase constantly.
This is just part of something else that's a lot bigger, right? This goes back to fundamental ways to make control of populations. Now, if you and me are friends, and we're hanging out, we're
Yeah.
within 6 feet of each other, we're doing our thing, we're together.
Yeah.
But now,
No homo.
no
Yeah.
homo.
Okay.
But now we got to be at least 6 feet apart. We have to wear masks. Now I'm scared of you. You're scared of me. Everybody's scared of each other. There's no longer strength in numbers.
Unless you're a chick and you're trying to just get some dick. Then you're not scared.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're not scared. You're putting your teeth out. You're telling me to spin your
You're
mouth.
talking about Surrey again.
Yeah. And you guys are
right.
both from Surrey, so tell me about that.
There you go.
Yeah. So
Enough
Hector,
said.
what do you think about that, man? What do you think about this?
I think it'll be sooner than that. I think.
No. But what do you think about what he said
But what?
about control?
Yes and no. I think it's not something that was created, but I think that once the opportunity
So
presented
you don't
itself,
think this was created in a lab?
Listen, I'll tell you something about this. If you guys look into the history of viruses and what they do and how they come out and how we're affected by it, there was bound to be a fucking virus.
I know
bro.
this was created in a lab 100% because
Even if
I
it-
read
even if it wasn't created in a virus, man. If you in a lab, if you know how viruses work, man, eventually we're gonna hit a fucking virus.
No, 100%.
It's like
100%. No, I agree with that,
inevitable.
100%. But I know for a fact that this was created in a lab, and it was created in 2 labs, actually, between Wuhan and North Carolina.
Sure.
100% there was, and there's published work on it.
Yeah, I can't agree or disagree with that because I didn't look into it. I'd have to actually like look into that. And even then, like, who the fuck am I? Like, who the fuck
right,
am I
exactly.
to look at this and say like yes or no? Like, I know so little when it comes to,
Yeah.
like I know a bit because I've decided to do some research, read some books, do all this shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, who? I think the bigger question when it comes to this is trust. And what's cool is that you start looking at how different people trust different sources of information. So you have people who will trust their family, they'll trust their friends, they'll trust Facebook, they'll trust YouTube, they'll trust the news, they'll trust their boss, their work, whatever. And what's interesting is that everyone seems to have a different source of information that they trust.
I agree with this.
And what that ends up doing, I think, is that it actually creates an overall like discourse and dissent in the population, because all of a sudden, if everybody can't agree on something, then that's fucking
But you know what, though?
from a larger like government point of view, that's fucking amazing. Because if you have your whole population just like
Yeah.
not being able to agree on something, oh man, that's the it doesn't even matter what they think. It doesn't matter if they think it's real or it's not or it's created. It doesn't fucking matter as long as they're all squabbling. You're fucking laughing your way to the bank, man, because you're like, well, these guys are fucking fighting amongst each other. We can just do whatever the fuck we want to do
100%.
outside of this virus.
Yeah.
So we can start looking at,
Investments. Blah, blah, blah.
everything.
It's
like
like a big distraction.
exactly, right?
And that's exactly what part of it is, I think, too, because it makes no sense. A lot of stuff here makes no sense. The fact that we have the internet now is what's the beautiful thing. See, before the internet, you couldn't challenge anything. The news put the news out, and that was it. That
Yeah.
was gold.
Yeah, tell us about that, because we're all like, we're all pretty young.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not old either, but I'm old enough to know that I watched the internet.
I mean,
come
you're
in.
you're in the back 9, right?
Yeah, that's it.
The back nine.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know that I was there when the internet came in. I remember when people said that, yeah, every home is going to have a computer, and I laughed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fuck is a
gonna have
homeless
computer.
gonna do with that?
Now
Yeah,
every home has got 5 or 6 between your smartphones, your laptops, your
Yeah.
smart TVs.
Yeah.
So before you couldn't question anything. Now you can get facts, not even from the news, from your cousin who lives in Britain or from whoever on the other side of the world, in real time, instantly.
This
Just
is
by
this is
Facebook
my
with them,
this is
or-
my this is my problem with that. Okay, this is one problem I have. It goes back to what Hector was saying about the news source and how you get your news. Okay, your cousin or whatever the fuck, dude. I could literally put Dean. I could literally put or Hector. I could put whatever website you're looking at. I could probably post a blog on there, and,
Yep.
and that's probably the information that you're getting. Now, is that information wrong or right? Doesn't matter. I have no validity to
No,
it.
but it's trusted sources. So what I'm saying is, if I trust my cousin, and I'm watching on the news, and it says that all the hospitals in Britain are just overwhelmed with patients, and people are lying in the streets, and I'm talking to my cousin, and I say, "Oh, I heard what's going on down there," and he's like, "Huh? Well, hang on here, let's go for a walk." And he takes me with his smartphone and walks across the street
Sure.
to the hospital
Yeah.
and says, "How's that look to you?" And there's nobody there.
Yeah.
It makes me question where the source is. Well, why is my news telling me that you guys are flooded?
Well, hold on. This is the thing. News in general, news period. Never in history has news ever told the truth.
That's
No,
not
no,
true.
no.
That's
not
whoa,
not
whoa,
not.
whoa,
Hold
whoa,
on, hold
whoa,
on, hold
whoa,
on.
whoa. What
Not the
the
truth.
what
Not
are
the
you-
not the truth.
what are you talking
But,
about here?
Okay, let me change the fucking the verb. News has always exaggerated, always. Whether from the fucking Bible to now, always exaggeration. I'll give you an example.
first of all,
do you guys
what-
remember?
what-
Do you guys
what-
remember a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago, America killed the general the Sergeant General
Well,
of
okay,
Iran.
wait, we have to
Hold on.
No, fuck that. I'm cutting you off.
Where's it going?
What are you talking about? News Bible. There wasn't news 300 years ago.
That was just historical facts.
News
no?
because news
What?
didn't exist the way we the way we understand news to be
I
now.
understand. There's
wasn't a
no
concept.
guy. There's no guy coming out and saying this. But what I'm saying is this: just human nature? It is the bullshit to make your story better. That's just human
Yes,
nature
yes.
as a fucking child.
Sure.
So if we are creating all these news sources from the beginning of time, whether it was like putting in facts, putting in stories of how things happened, whatever, it was to make it more interesting than it is. If that was the case, anybody could put anything on a piece of paper and become an author. Authors are there because they're writers that make things interesting. Otherwise, if they weren't good at their job, everything would just be
but
like
hold
bullshit.
on. See, this is what's happening. You're starting to like put two things together that aren't supposed to be together.
No.
No. You're talking about news, and then you start talking about stories and fables.
Okay, but hold on.
And
who
history.
writes the news? Let's go down this. Who writes the fucking news?
What do you mean? Who writes the news?
Who writes the
We
news?
write
How does
the
the news get published?
Sure.
Okay, journalists?
Sure.
Okay, what do? They go and they look at something and they say,
And
okay,
they report it.
all right,
yeah.
they report it. Okay, so if you're a journalist, right, and you're a human being, you think you're not gonna exaggerate something? Never.
You could.
Easily.
No, yeah,
every time.
No, but here's the difference. You could. But then the whole idea of a news source that you can trust is that people will validate and verify what you.
It makes no difference anymore because in 1960, the CIA came up with a program to control.
Eddie
what it
Bravo,
is-
we're
what-
going
no,
deep.
that's
Oh,
not Eddie Bravo
MK
thing,
Ultra
it's
all
a
over again.
factual
Here we
thing.
go,
Yeah,
baby.
let's go.
Right? It's a factual thing to control what's heard because if I want to make you down on where I need to direct you, you need to have this plugged all the time. So if I got every station, every newspaper, everybody feeding that to me all day long,
But this is the problem with that. It's like, yeah, okay, fine, in the 60s, but now there's like independent
that's my
news
point
sources.
about the internet.
No, but that's not the only independent. There's actual there's firms. There's like,
Oh, yeah.
There's people that are like actual like independent of the news.
Yes.
Of that, whatever. Like we are independent of
See, my
CBC.
parents are still stuck in the golden era of following saying, I'm not knocking anybody,
Yeah, sure.
right? But like Global
Yeah.
or whoever.
Yeah.
They're stuck on that. So whatever that says, that's gold. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all. That is the news.
Yeah.
Right? When I know for a fact that it's the big guys like that that are all scripted. Everything
Yeah,
is
they're all owned by other fucking people, man. Like you'll see like honestly, it's fucking how scary it is. Like Louis Vuitton, the owners of Louis Vuitton own like 7 other fucking companies.
Yeah.
And they invest into news. And then there's like oil chains that actually like bankers that actually own like 3 news outlets. And you watch, like there's YouTube videos where they literally record these guys saying the same news word by word.
Mm-hmm.
Same information word by word. So it's scary how, okay, so these guys are just like a shop that they set up and they have recording stuff, but the actual information just gets emailed out to these guys.
Okay, so hold on. This is where you need to understand how news like this gets created. So you have news aggregators, you have news publishers, reporters. There's different levels to this.
Right, okay.
So you guys have heard of AP reporting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Associated Press.
Yeah.
So these guys won't actually be with a camera and a mic and doing all this stuff. They will generally become the source for news, of which point CNN, Fox, ABC,
right.
even at BBC, Guardian, whatever, they will take that from there. So the idea behind some of these, the news aggregators, is that they're trying to be as impartial as possible because they basically they almost get no money.
They take the
They take the events and they just say what it is, and then everybody then takes that and creates the story. So these AP guys.
I understand that, but that
they-
still doesn't still come up with the reason of why 3 news outlets have the same words.
Because they're taking it from the same source.
Okay, they're taken from the same source. I understand that. But if, let's say, I give you a 30-second audio clip and I tell you to put it in your own words.
Sure.
Okay? And then I see the same 30-second audio clip and I put it in my own words. I guarantee you our things are going to be similar in subject, but they're not going to be similar in actual
So-
See, that's what I'm getting
literature.
at, being scripted. Right? That's scripted
Yeah.
news is where you're going.
Yeah.
And I know, I've seen it.
Like I don't disagree with what you're saying.
No,
I completely get it. I
and
completely get it.
also,
They might be
It also goes back to what you said earlier, because
Yeah.
you're like, what is it you said earlier? Like, it's human nature to build up a story.
Exaggerate.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, and then that's when I was like, yes, you could. But the idea behind a trusted news source is that no matter what you want to say, there will be people who will check, validate, and edit what
Fact
you're
check,
saying.
100%.
But can we point out to one news source that has always been valid?
Always been valid?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
No,
you'd say always
no,
been
because
valid.
this is the problem. It's like these places, they all like over last 40 years or however long these entities have been going for, you can check and see that, yeah, one time that this one journalist that, for example, the New Yorker lied about something that came out to be untrue.
Sure.
Now this has happened over and over again. So it's like, what is the point of listening to the news if
Okay, because I think you're exaggerating that. It's not all the time.
it's
It
not
will
all the
happen.
time? No, but I'm not saying don't follow the news. I'm saying listening and watching like TV news, like because the same you get the same information in like 45 seconds and just going on like internet sites and finding out, because these news outlets have the same thing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to actually like really, I honestly don't see the reason of like sitting down and watching news for fucking 30 minutes to get my information for the day. I could literally go through the same thing in a shorter period of time and just read it.
I think it has a lot to do with agenda. Now, when I say agenda, not the news' agenda. The news' ability to protect somebody else's agenda. So if I'm somebody that's looking after a certain amount of my interest by feeding top 3 or 4 news places,
Yeah.
right? So I'm making sure that we're friends and that, you know, we're donating or doing whatever to keep myself protected. So if one of my energy companies or one of my something does something that's bad, well, I don't want it all over the news, right? So what do? You find a way to protect it by burying it, by not talking about it.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that doesn't get talked about, and you ask yourself, how is that not on the news right now?
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of people with agendas, but it's not necessarily the news people themselves with the agenda.
Yeah.
It's the people that are funding them.
Behind that. Yeah.
Right? The people and the companies that own them that are protecting themselves from something they might do that they don't want out. That's why you never hear about Hillary Clinton's bullshit.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that she
I mean, you do hear about it. You do hear about it, but it's like Hector, you're a pretty logical guy.
Try to be.
Okay. Do you ever even waste time on Hillary Clinton anymore? You ever think about how all the bullshit and all the people she's killed? Like, you ever just sit down and think about this? No, because you know what? You don't care. Once it is proven that you're not a good person, like, you just don't. If you're smart, you don't just spend time on those people because you already know that they're not.
Well, not anymore because she ain't in the running anymore. She's burned. She's done. They're
forever
gonna take
burned.
their Clinton Foundation money and run.
Yeah.
But there was a time she was still in the game.
Yeah.
Right? And at that time, she couldn't afford to be burned any more than she was burned. So any bad shit you had on her, you weren't going to hear about.
Yeah.
They would do everything they could to suppress it.
Yeah. Let's switch the topics over a little bit. Last week was my birthday, and
You mean like 2 days ago?
yeah. But it's like last week, right? Today's week. Yeah.
Today, no, it's still the same week. Saturday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Saturday,
All right,
bro.
Well, I'm intoxicated.
Yeah, clearly.
But
man.
yeah, so it was my birthday, and I was just coming off that diarrhea fucking explosion,
Yeah.
and my sister fucking brought over some cheesecake because that's my like favorite. It's called like triple mousse cake or something.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, triple chocolate mousse cake or something.
Did that go through your system again?
Bro, I've been diarrheaing for the last 3 fucking
Are you
days.
serious?
Bro, and honestly, you know the
Does
scariest
he just listen
thing?
to this podcast?
The scariest thing it is
Does she,
like,
does she listen to this podcast?
yeah, she does.
Oh well, sorry.
Yeah, so the scariest thing is like, honestly, I know I'm Middle Eastern and shit, but for real, the shit smells like fucking gunpowder.
Dude, that's
I'm
fucked.
not even
That's
joking.
fucked.
And I smell it and it like scares me. Like I get a little like heart pump. I'm like, yo, it's like, what's going on? Like, am I dying? Like, what's going
Should
on?
test it. Like
This shit
light
doesn't-
a match when you're taking a shit.
Dude, I guarantee you it's gonna be explosive and shit. You know what I mean?
That'd be a way to go. Man
But you
dies taking shit.
Let's make it friendly over and under for next podcast.
Sure.
How long you guys think this is gonna last for?
What is this?
My
my shits?
my shits that are smell like fucking gunpowder.
What you're trying to say is when are they going to go back to smelling like cock?
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
I want to say 3 more days.
3 more days.
Yeah, you're in for 3 more days.
Dean.
4.
4.
Okay.
I think it's gonna go on for another week.
A week?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you're living on cheesecake or what?
Yeah, I was gonna say like, what the fuck are you doing that you're still like
I
that?
got a bunch of like dairy products.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always like tell people I'm lactose, but it doesn't stop me from eating
Oh,
this
you
shit.
just do it anyways?
I just do it anyway.
That's
I just deal
disgusting.
with the side effects.
That's
See,
disgusting.
that's what men do, okay? You do some fucked up shit, you don't start like blaming yourself. Like if I was like a cokehead and I started just spiraling in life, I
Sure.
wouldn't blame anybody. I'd be like, yeah, well, it is what it is. You know, it's just part of the
Okay,
game.
fine. Yeah.
It's just part of the game. You know, you're gonna suck some dick, and some of your teeth are gonna get fucking clanked out.
Yeah.
Dean, give us a smile there, buddy. All right. But yeah, man, what else is going on?
Got big news.
You got big news?
I'm not sure if I'm going to drop it on the podcast.
Drop it on the podcast.
Getting a place.
You're buying a place.
Yeah, I might die.
Shit.
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Shit. Okay. Close to your. Don't tell me where, but like close to your parents.
Oh no, I can tell you where. It's like city. It's
Okay.
no closer to work. It's still kind of close to my parents, I guess. Poco. Yeah, like
Oh.
downtown Poco.
See, this is the thing. Last 10 years, I've been trying to get all the boys.
Oh,
See?
you've been trying to get all the boys.
Fuck
you.
Fuck you. Emil
Motherfucker,
Hold
you.
on. Emil wanted to buy a place in
10
fucking
years. Emil didn't
literally.
talk to you 10 years ago.
No, hold on. Emil was trying to buy a place. Where was the two places he was trying to buy? Poco and where else?
Moody.
Okay. He couldn't afford Moody,
Mm-hmm.
but he sold it for Poco. Okay, down.
Sure.
And then Vic. I was actually aware when Emil was trying to buy a place. But going next, Vic was
Sure.
trying to buy a place. There was a few places,
Mhm.
but one was right by SFU. And it was in fucking basically
Okay,
Burnaby.
this makes no sense, first of all, because he'd been renting in the same place where he lives in now,
No, I know that.
and then he saw the place,
that.
and he just got the
But
place.
listen, I'm in the background, okay?
I feel like
I just
you're-
make these moves and you guys don't even
you're
think what's
jazzing
going on.
yourself just a bit too much.
Listen.
'Cause-
I just make it happen. But yeah, finally, man. Congratulations.
thanks.
I'm happy for you, man.
Thank
2-bedroom, 1-bedroom.
Too
What's
bad.
going on?
Too bad.
Too bad.
Too bad, baby.
All that space. What are you gonna do with it?
We'll see, man. Probably.
Second podcast room.
Fucking studio, maybe. I don't know. We got to think about that because I mean, for now, I'm still working from home. If I enjoy working from home enough, I might just set up a second, like an office in my place,
That'd be sick.
room and office. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And if not, then see what else I do with that place.
God damn it.
Yeah,
Fuck, man. Dean.
Donkey porn.
Donkey
Yeah?
porn.
That's what's going on this
That's
week.
bigger news than what I got. I'll tell you right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember the last time it. Oh, I'm just kidding.
God damn.
Last time I watched donkey porn.
Yeah. The only thing I have to say about donkey porn is like one time when I was in grade 6, this
What
one
the fuck,
kid
man?
showed me.
Yes,
You got
seriously.
something to say about that?
Yeah, right.
This one kid showed me this horse, right?
Oh, Mr. Hands.
No, this horse. No,
Oh.
it wasn't Mr. Hands.
Oh, okay.
This horse with like this fucking. First, I was like, "Why are you showing me a horse, dog?"
Sure, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like at that age, you're like, "Yo,
Like
what's
he's showing
this?"
you his horse.
No, he's showing me a video of a horse.
Okay.
All right, and this girl just comes out of nowhere smoking,
Jesus.
and she starts
God.
taking her
Oh,
like she's
dude.
got like a
Dude, we're gonna get
clip-on
taken down
tie.
on
Hold
YouTube.
on, she takes off a clip-on tie. She's got like a belt
We're getting
going
taken
just
down.
around her body, and that's it, right? And then that's why videos like that make me happy. You know
What?
why? Because of this reason. There's people like sometimes you think like, oh man, I wish my life was better like this, like this.
Sure.
That girl woke up that morning and said, hey, I'm gonna put this horse dick up my ass, and I'm gonna fucking do it with pride. Can you ever think of
No.
ever like coming to a spot in your life where you gotta do this?
Well, that's a level of commitment, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like she woke up one day and said, this is okay. I'm going to do this. Like when there's people like that and you compare yourself with those type of people, you're like, wow, man, I'm living an amazing life. I'm healthy. I'm not having these fucked up fucking
Sure.
ideas, you know? And that's where we come full circle to this podcast. This podcast is all about just like feeling good about yourself and like
It's,
fucking
all about feeling good
Amen.
about yourself and
Yeah.
talking about donkey porn.
exactly.
Horse cock.
Mechanic Dean, any last words, buddy?
Fights were good tonight.
Fights were
Fights were
good.
great.
Fights were good.
Yeah,
They were
let's
short,
talk
they were
about the
sweet,
fights
but they
for
were
real
fucking
quick.
good.
Okay, one thing I gotta ask. Okay, who's the scariest guy in 155 right now?
Scariest?
Yeah, like with Khabib out.
I don't know about scariest because the thing is, I think Poirier is the most talented fighter right now, 155. But he's not. I wouldn't call him a scary guy. I'd call Gaethje scarier than Poirier.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gaethje.
Gaethje.
There's another one that's a bad
Yeah.
motherfucker, man.
So what did you guys both watch the last fight with Poirier and Gaethje or no?
Yes,
Okay,
got outclassed.
but do you think? But do you,
Outworked.
Yeah, that's the thing. That I just think Poirier is the more skilled fighter.
He is.
I think Poirier is.
I think Gaethje's a meaner person.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yes,
Yeah,
a
I
scarier
think-
fighter.
I think Gaethje's
But-
scarier, but this is the only problem I have with that. It's like it's really tough to say who's gonna be better because they're both on their way, like they're in their exact prime.
Yeah, That's
why-
what makes it great to see.
One might. That's exactly.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to bet. Like if there was an over and under on this, like what would be the Vegas again? Like
Pretty close,
Gaethje
actually.
and Poirier right now, I'd say they're probably plus and minus 50.
Yeah, probably.
Nothing
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Nothing
not
more.
much. Yeah, not much of a spread between them.
Nothing, because who are you gonna give it to? Poirier
Because-
has a better ground. Gaethje has probably stronger hands. I would put them equally as far as striking.
Yeah.
So it really goes down to the ground game. I'm not saying Poirier wouldn't win. I guarantee you Poirier would win 9 out of 10 times because of the just style
See, I
matchup.
wouldn't say that though. I'd say on any given day, anybody can win. It depends where they're fighting.
You think
Where
so?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's almost with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
On any given day, anybody can have the right day,
Yeah, sure.
right? You can get up some days and it's just right. You know it's right. You know today I'm better than I was yesterday. You just feel it when you get up. You know that can happen at any given time. And these guys are all elite. You know what I'm saying? When I say
That's-
elite, these guys are all. It's like
that's
saying
true.
what's better, a black belt in karate or a black belt in kung fu? Well, they're both black belts. Who's gonna win? Well, the guy who's better today.
Well, none of those guys, because I mean,
Well,
Kung
you
Fu
know,
and karate. That's
I'm
a
just-
fucking
I'm just-
word.
I think
that one small fucking Thai guy in the corner is gonna win.
I think that's what makes watching champions so compelling
Yes.
because these guys can make it happen for themselves
Yes.
every single time.
And we saw it tonight.
Because they're at the same level as the other elite guys.
You seen it tonight in the first 3 minutes of the fight
Yeah.
with Oliveira and
Chandler.
And Chandler.
Yeah.
You seen it tonight. You seen Chandler come out strong, right? Doing his thing. All of a sudden, they get flipped around, and bang! Within a round later,
Yeah.
bang, it's done.
Yeah, and then Oliveira started the second round. He shows
Like,
that
at any given moment,
champion
it can
mentality,
be-
and then
it's
just
it's about opportunity. It's
Absolutely.
about taking advantage.
yeah, yeah.
Of capturing, of capitalizing on an opportunity when it's there.
And these champions just do it over
Yes.
and over
Oh,
and over
exactly.
again because like
100%.
they're at about the same level as the rest of the top 3, top 4 in their division. But the difference between them is on any given night they're making it happen for themselves consistently.
Yeah.
Right? They have those good days always on these fight nights.
And
That's
they
what
have
makes
to,
them
'cause that's
champion.
what makes you a champion.
Yeah,
You got to believe you are the best. That's why Rose, God bless Rose. I love her. You watch her chanting, I am the best. I am the best.
Yeah, yeah,
I am
yeah.
the best. I'm the best. And that's the only way to go. You have to live that. You have to believe it.
It's true.
And that's why Khabib went as long as he did. He just laughed at everybody else.
Yeah.
You think whatever you like. You can talk all your shit.
The
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta say about that is
Give me
like
location.
the that could drown you or just like lift you up.
Well,
That
that's
championship shit, it could either drown you like a motherfucker,
Mm-hmm.
like you got nothing in your 40, or it could like lift you up. But I think none of these guys are hearing a peep if Khabib comes back. Nobody's hearing a peep out of
No,
anybody.
no, he's not coming
Nobody,
back,
no, but I hope he does. I hope he does come back for a money fight. I want him to go against St. Pierre.
But it's not. Why?
And
at a certain
and-
point. That's
Why
no,
would-
no, there's no
I'd want-
point. There's
I'm
no
gonna get my
point.
fucking
That's a dumb
uncles,
fight.
my
That's a
uncles to
fucking
fight
dumb
each other at this
Yeah.
point.
That's a
Jesus,
fucking
like
dumb-
fucking
I'm gonna tell
40.
you- I'm going to tell you why it's a dumb fucking fight. That fight. Because at this stage of the game, who do you want to win? If St. Pierre wins, it's like, oh, fuck, man. Khabib, man. He was doing it. He was there. And, what?
If Khabib wins,
And then if Khabib wins, oh, you just did it to George. You don't want you almost don't want that fight. You would have wanted that fight if those two could have been together at the same time when they're
yeah.
both on their peak.
Yep.
When they're both coming up undefeated,
That's
so many
impossible,
fights.
though.
Yeah.
I know.
But how I would want it down is when St. Pierre was going against Michael
Bisping,
Bisbing. Okay,
that was
right
crazy
then.
to do
Hold
that.
on, hold on.
was
Right
beautiful.
there,
Yeah.
right there.
That was a great night of fights.
That was a great night of fights.
Fuck me.
That was a beautiful night of fights.
Yeah.
Garbrandt, Dillashaw.
Yeah, right?
Bro, that was fun.
That was-
and
that
they
was
both
bro-
went down.
That was Rose Joanna, Dillashaw, Garbrandt, and then fucking GSP Bisping.
And you know what?
That was back to
And
back.
you know
to
what?
back.
And what was the most beautiful thing about that night? Can you guys guess?
Yeah, you're probably gonna say some shit like you got late or something.
No COVID.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
No COVID.
Yeah, sure.
Right? That's why that night was fucking so beautiful. If you have the same fight card right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody there.
Yeah.
Like out of these other states, nobody there. Then what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Florida's back up.
Florida never went away. Those fucks.
Right?
New York is coming back June
New York
1st.
has come back. They're already starting to, the MSG's already like for basketball games.
Yep.
They're at like 15%
Yep.
capacity. They're gonna start bumping that up pretty soon.
LA is talking about coming back in the fall, possibly.
They're already slowly.
Texas is
yeah.
fucking a wide open.
They don't give a fuck. I mean,
All these- all-
today's fight was in Houston.
Yeah, all these
Yeah.
redneck cities.
Hell yeah, dog.
That yeehaw shit, man, keeps you away from that Wuhan shit. You know what I mean?
No, I think the yeehaw shit just makes you close your eyes.
Oliveira is going to be fighting the winner of Conor and Poirier.
I don't know about the winner. I think
probably that, or
Dude.
if there's a Gaethje somebody else lined up.
I gotta say, because I don't know how I feel about McGregor fighting for the title if he were to beat Poirier.
Well, that's one exactly.
Because he hasn't had, like, look at his last 5 fights. He has not looked good.
But it's not just that. Well, here we go. Look at what they did to Chandler tonight. I'm not knocking Chandler, but I'm being honest.
Yeah.
He came in, one fight, fought a guy, fought a guy's a tough guy, but come on.
Well, I think because he was like Bellator champ, right?
Yeah, well, great.
Right, coming in. It's kind of like Alvarez when Alvarez came in from where the fuck he came in from.
He came in
Strikeforce?
I don't know.
Bellator as well, maybe.
I think it was Bellator.
It was
Yeah.
Bellator.
Yeah. Same idea though.
All I gotta say is,
I just think rankings are bullshit now.
I think the rankings are
enough.
complete garbage.
Yeah.
Some guy makes it in his mom's house, but that's not important. The important thing is, Khabib's out. That's an end of an era.
Yeah.
Connor's done.
Mm-hmm.
End of an era. Tony's done. End of an era.
That's
fuck.
Yeah, right?
What's his face? 170. Tyron Woodley's done.
Fucking Woodley's been gone a few
Okay.
fights ago.
No, but now it's for sure.
Lawler's been gone. Like it's we're
Lawler's
talking about
gone.
a change of guards
Yeah,
for
right.
sure.
Right. We are talking about a new era.
Yeah,
the
that's true.
2020s
Well, like I told you,
and
who,
on.
who would have thought a year ago that you would have had fucking the fights we had tonight?
Yeah.
No
Right?
way.
There's no way.
Nobody.
If I'd have told you a year ago that fight tonight, the main event tonight was going to be down, you'd been like, shut the fuck up.
Basically, yeah. And they were fighting for the title. I've been like, fuck you, no way.
Yeah.
Contender fight, maybe.
Yeah. What do we think of the John Jones? Let's bring that in quickly. The John Jones versus.
He's beefing up. You see his latest
he's
Instagram post? and
jacked.
I've
shit?
seen him.
He looks fucking amazing, but I'm going to tell you on
Dean,
John
I
Jones-
want you to answer one question, buddy.
Yeah.
So, imagine you had to go and fight a guy. How tall? You're 5'7", you said?
Yeah.
So, a guy like my weight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You are naturally how much? Like 180?
Yeah, 181, between 180 and 195.
Oh, shut up. You're like 180. You're like 170 at best. Okay? You're 170 and you're trying to fight a guy who's naturally like 205. What would you want to do? What would you want to do? Would you want to take sauce? What would you want to do? Like you're in his shoes. You got to fight a guy.
What weight are we fighting at?
We're fighting at 205.
We're going to fight
At
at
205?
Yeah.
So I've got to come way
No,
up.
no.
5'7" at 205?
He's got to be 205. Yeah.
Are you what?
Yeah.
Who was the last fighter who was 205 under 5'10"? Fucking no one.
Hold on. What's his face? Captain America. What did he weigh?
Randy Couture?
Yeah. Couture, actually, but yeah.
He was
okay.
like
Couture was
6, bro.
He was like 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
he was
man.
like 200.
He was 200?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
wasn't he a heavyweight?
Yeah, he did fight a heavy. He was a
So-
undersized heavyweight.
So very undersized.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
Very
But I'm like,
undersized.
who was the
So
last?
he's the
who am I
undersized
fighting?
guy.
So I'm fighting. So I'm coming
No,
in.
but I'm giving you an analogy of what it would be like for John Jones to fight
Makes
Francis
no
Ngannou.
difference. I'm going to tell you why it makes
Because
no
it's
difference.
50 pounds this guy's got to gain, right?
And he's
He's
done
only
it.
got to gain like fucking, what, 35 pounds?
Yeah, but at least John Jones has the reach, which is big.
The reach is good,
Which is
but the
big.
reach can suck my dick if you don't have hands, if you're not strong enough to hit. Like John Jones has never been like a fucking knockout artist
I'll tell you
ever.
what John Jones doesn't have anymore. Now, if we would have taken this back,
He
maybe-
doesn't have one thing, and that's calves. Continue.
he doesn't have an appetite
Yeah, that's true. That's big.
anymore.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's it. That's fucking everything.
Yeah.
Ngannou is hungry,
Yeah, that's true.
and he's got 1,000 pounds per square inch in his left and his right hand. He hits you in the fucking shoulder with a hook,
Yeah.
and your fucking arm is done. Never mind going to sleep.
Yeah.
John Jones is never the fastest with his hands. He's got a very high fight IQ.
Yeah.
He's good in the clinch, right? He's good at that dirty shit. You know, getting them sneaky fucking elbows in and stuff. He's very smart that way, and he's
Yeah,
also
it's true.
strong.
It's true.
But what I'm going to tell you is going to happen to him. Ding, bell goes off. You're going to watch Ngannou come across the fucking ring, and he's going to stalk fucking Jones.
Yeah.
Jones is going to backpedal like a motherfucker, and while he's backpedaling, he's going to get caught with a flurry, and he's going to fucking sleep. I'll bet anybody. I'm going to tell you right now, Ngannou's going to fucking sleep him, and I love John Jones. But that's the reality of what's going to happen in this fight. I cannot see John Jones having what it takes to take the hunger that I was talking about out of Ngannou.
Yeah. That's a good point too.
Yeah, that's a huge point. If you're betting on John Jones, don't don't bet on
Save
that
your money.
fight. Save your money and bet on Ngannou. Just put like $5 down, you'll get like $50. He's gonna be a favorite. You think he's gonna be a favorite?
I don't know.
No, at a heavyweight, it has to be Ngannou.
It depends on
No. But I'm saying you think John Jones would be.
Well, it
favorite.
depends how they promote the fight.
I can't
Look
see
what they did
John
with
Jones
Ronda.
being a
Look what they
favorite.
did with Ronda when Ronda came back to fight fucking what's her name?
Amanda
there?
Nunes.
Amanda Nunes.
Dude, that was
Amanda who?
hilarious.
Right,
That was
Amanda who?
hilarious.
Right?
They didn't market that bitch at all.
At all.
At all.
They built Ronda up to be this fucking
God
killer
damn
that
it.
just got slapped.
God damn it.
Right?
All right,
All right.
Hector. Any last thoughts? You fuck.
It was nice meeting you, Dean.
Yeah, you too. It's been a
Fucking-
pleasure.
yeah,
You guys have been awesome.
Real
Yep.
pleasure, man.
Absolutely cool.
Yep.
good
Thanks
night
for
of- good
coming,
night of
man. Maybe like in a few more times. Once we like really go. We
Oh yeah,
open
well,
up.
yeah. The
do a
official
fight
launch.
with Brandon or
We'll do like a live one. It'll
Yeah.
be
Sure.
nice.
That'd be
It'll
awesome.
nice. But yeah, man.
man.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you, Dean.
Hector.
Thank
You know, you're always the guy, the henchman that I need. You know what I'm saying? The missionary guy. You know, being all missionary and shit. You know,
Is that like
spreading
position?
love. You know, all that good stuff.
It's my fucking nickname, the missionary.
Absolutely, man. Listen,
Fade me.
this ain't even the fucking song. Well, let's go with the song, baby. All right, guys.
Another
Share.
week, another episode.
Subscribe on we're on Spotify.
Catch-
soon to be SoundCloud, soon to be Apple
Music, yeah,
podcasting. YouTube, Funny But Foul, Instagram.
Funny but foul.
We're gonna come out with clips. We're not gonna be lazy about it. Hector,
Don't
and
worry.
me. And we're gonna put up some clips. You know, tune in. Trying to hit 2 or 3 videos a week. We'll see what we do, baby. Peace.